Hey there, it's Linda in Belize. Let's go through some Mahogany Bay Village listings as of December 2023. So why am I doing this video? Well, the reason is that there is no central MLS in Belize. And if you're looking for property in Mahogany Bay Village, where this great new pool club is, you might want to see some available homes that are already finished building or some lots in different locations than the ones that the developer still has in their inventory. And what I do as a buyer's agent is source properties for people looking to find listings that are with all different brokerages. So you'll notice in Belize there's lots of different brokerages, both with Remax and other agencies. And I now work with Keller Williams Belize, and that's great because we have a full team of agents across the country that can help you find property. I will be taking listings from some of my existing clients, but other than that, you'll see me helping buyers. So first, let's go through some general Mahogany Bay Village information. First of all, the developer Dave Mitchell did a fantastic thing in putting each lot into an individual international business corporation, also known as an IBC. So this means that when you buy property, you're getting shares of that IBC that holds the land. And this really makes the land process simpler, and there's no stamp tax involved. So normally in Belize, you pay an 8% stamp tax when you buy property as a foreigner, but when it's in an IBC, that's not the case. Now, the last thing to talk about is the fact that Mahogany Bay Village has two separate areas. Both of these you can buy property in, and I'll show examples of both. So the first is the Mahogany Bay Resort and Beach Club, which is a Hilton resort. So we're staying in the Hilton from today, Thursday, until Sunday with my tour group in San Pedro before we then head to Placencia to show people around. So that section you can buy into, gives you access to the private beach club and the Hilton pool. Whereas if you buy in the private residences, there's separate things you have, separate HOA, separate rental management versus the Hilton, but you do now have that pool club, of course, that everybody in the community can use. So option number one is the Turtleback Cottage. So this one is on Street 1, which means it's near the new pool club. It has 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and there's a loft for extra sleeping or storage space. And it's 1,200 square feet, and it does have its own private pool. And there's a really nice patio separating out the 2 bedrooms at the front of the property there, where you can put a really nice table. So this one is listed at $609. Option 2 is a modern home, and this one's also on Street 1, right next door to the last option. It has 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and one is an extra guest suite with a kitchenette. It's 1,150 square feet, and it has a private pool. And this one is listed at $650,000. So option 3 is a Moonraker Cottage, and this one has 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it's 969 square feet. It does have a private pool and a boat slip, and this one's actually a concrete home listed at $590,000. So the Backstay Cottage is one of the plans I really liked when I was looking at my initial builds. And this one's 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,012 square feet. And you can see the pool there and a really nice front porch. So this one's listed at $570,000, and it also has the private pool and boat slip, and it's a concrete home. So option number 5 is the project that I built in Mahogany Bay, which are 2 small homes that are listed for $449. So you can see the pool there on the large deck, which is perfect for both of the families that stay in these houses. And this first house is a casita that has a queen bed. It has a really nice sofa bed with with drawers at the bottom of it. And then it also has an extendable coffee table, perfect for putting your laptop or for having your dinner. The little kitchenette works really, really well with a two-burner cooktop, and I've had people stay in this with a couple as well as a single person staying on the sofa. So it does work really well for a guest house or even an office for somebody that wants it for that use. Now, my next house is actually a bigger one, and it's going to be showing here in a minute in the video, and it is a Wren model. So that one is called the Canal Cottage, and it has more amenities. It has a dishwasher, it has laundry inside it, and it actually has a desk if people are working remote as well, which is kind of perfect. Now, right now, the Canal Cottage is rented out, and in January, the rent is starting on the small home as well with one of the colleagues of the people renting this one. So the tenants in here altogether are paying $2,600 US plus utilities, and they're actually starting the sanctuary, which is a spa that's going to be located in Mahogany Bay. So if you're looking at a property that already has long-term tenants in it and has a house that you could maybe live in one and rent the other, this one might be a great option for you. Option number 6 is a luxury home. This one has 3 bedroom, 3 bath, and it's at 899,000 US dollars. The great thing about this home that I love is the rooftop pool. You can see a very nice entertaining area there on the roof with great views. And it does have its own boat slip. So if you have a captain, you want them to pick you up, it's a perfect option. It's a concrete home, and another really cool thing about this home is that it does have seller financing available. So, what if you want to build a custom house? Can you do that? Absolutely. The listing by the Remax Sales on site actually shows 185, as you can see here on the screen, today on December 16th. But I had a viewer yesterday reach out to their realtor on the team there, and they said that developer lots are actually currently at 210. So that's one of the things I like to tell my viewers about is that real estate listings online are not always accurate, especially when prices are continually changing over time. Now, what about resales? Well, I have two that I want to show today, although there could be other ones. And if you're interested in looking at all the options, reach out to me because that's what I do for my clients as a buyer's agent. Find all of the different options if they're interested in property. But the two I know about right now, without even being there, this is one of my past clients that reached out about selling their lots. So there's one that they have on phase one. It's right on street four, and it's listed, it will be listed, I should say, at 165. So substantially discounted compared to the sales price today. And then on in phase two, they will offer their phase two lot for 175,000. So if you want the bigger canal, that one might be for you. I personally like phase one, especially street four, because half of the street you have the Hilton Hotel, and then the rest are private residences. And that's why I picked my lot there in the past. And I have friends that live on that street as well. So I definitely recommend taking a look at these lots if you're thinking of doing a build in Mahogany Bay. All right, let's do a summary of the different properties I've went through here since there were so many. And if you reach out, make sure you tell me which property number you're interested in. So number one is the Turtleback Cottage with 2 bedroom, 2.5 baths, 609. And every one of these homes has a pool, so I won't mention that again. Number two is the Modern Home, 3 bedroom, 3 bath for 650. The Moonraker number three, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 590. Number four, the Backstay Cottage, also 2 bedroom, 2 bath for 570. Number five, the Wren and the Casita, the two separate homes for 449. And number six, the best home, the luxury home, 3 bedroom, 3 bath for 899. And that was recently reduced actually by 100,000. Number seven, some land options. Phase one, 165. Phase two, 175. And of course, developer lots, like I said, at 210. Now let's go through some other tips if you're thinking of buying property in Belize. My first tip is do not buy property in Belize without coming to view it. There's a lot of realtors that tell people, oh, I'm going to show you a video, you can see what it's like, and go ahead and buy. But I also know a lot of clients, or viewers, I should say, that actually bought property this way and were not happy with it, right? Just seeing a property itself, the property may be fine, but you might not like the vibe of that community or that place you're living in. So obviously it's important to come and check it out, and not just for a day, but come check it out and see if it's a place you want to be. Also, ensure you work with a lawyer when you're buying property in Belize. It is expensive. It's 2% of the cost of the property, but you need to do this to ensure you're protected. We do have freehold title here, but you want a lawyer to check that there's no liens on the property and that the seller actually has the proper original title. Don't assume that you can sue if something goes wrong, because in Belize, a lawsuit can take a long time to be heard. My Keller Williams broker said that she's seen examples where it takes between 4 and 6 years to even have your case heard. So that's a lot more expensive than just doing it the right way in the beginning and hiring a lawyer to represent your interest. Also, check out multiple areas of Belize before you decide where to buy. If you buy in one area and decide it's not the place for you, it could cost you a lot of money, because if you want to sell, you have extra real estate commissions to pay. And if you don't sell for more than that amount, you're going to lose money. And it can also cost you time. And by the time you sell,
depending on how that property's gone, the other area you might like may not have property available, or it might be much more expensive. So it's best to do it right in the first place. Now I'm going to talk about some examples of clients and viewers I've had about things, about people who've done things either the right way or, in my opinion, the wrong way. So giving examples is my way of trying to help people make decisions in the future. So the first example is a great thing to do, which is renting in multiple areas that you like before deciding where to buy. So I have a past tenant of mine that was renting in Mahogany Bay Village, but they came on my Belize tour last January and this year are renting in Placencia to see what they like better before deciding where they want to buy. Also, another recommendation is to price out your build before buying a lot. I have a friend in San Pedro who bought lots in the Secret Beach area, and they now realize that living off grid doesn't make sense for them. Basically, when they priced out their build, including solar panels, it's outside of their budget. And it would have been better to find that out before buying lots, because if they want to sell them now, they have more real estate commission to pay, which means they might not cover their initial expenditure. Also, as I already said, you should check out multiple areas and visit before you buy. So this message just came through to me on Facebook last Thursday. It says, so we finally made it to Belize and we checked out both Placencia and Ambergris Caye and we like Placencia way more. We're going to sell our Mahogany Bay Village lot. Okay, fine, they can sell and maybe they'll make enough to pay the real estate commission, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, it would have been better to find this out before purchasing. It takes time to sell at times, and again, you might not cover all of your costs. So if you can actually visit, check out the different areas, and then buy, that would be great. And if you want to do this, I have my next tour for real estate coming up March 20th to 27th. We check out Ambergris Caye, Placencia, Hopkins, and an optional stop in Caye Caulker. And our Keller Williams team has agents in all the different areas so that you can actually figure out first what the best place in Belize is for you, or perhaps Belize isn't even for you. I do have other examples of people I know that bought in Belize and realized it wasn't even a place they wanted to be, didn't have enough amenities for them. So every person is different. So don't assume that what you see online is necessarily going to be applicable to you before you come and visit.
When I first started this video, I planned on showing Hilton listings, but the video got a bit too long. So if you're interested in seeing those, just reach out to me. As I mentioned, my next tour of Belize is coming up March 20th to 27th. And if you are wanting to ask questions about Belize, check out my YouTube memberships, as those give you personal time with me, along with exclusive content and advanced access to videos, such as this one with listings in Mahogany Bay. I hope to see you soon in Belize.